If you've ever doubted the powers of the elite and their ability to enforce things systemically, well, in this case, I would ask, was it institutional racism or just bad luck?
You're crazy. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I?
A highly decorated superintendent by the name of Robyn Williams, has been sacked and also was given 200 hours of community service for a video that was posted in her WhatsApp group. And she was being accused of being a sex offender for not reporting the video. Now, the thing is, for me personally, there are two ways that this story or this case could have gone. Road A, right, that the parties involved were relying on nepotism, as in waiting for the sister to do something about it, right, in which they didn't report it because of it. Road B, the parties involved are just a bunch of perverts. And guess which road the courts decided to go down? Right. I know I talk a lot about racism on this channel, yeah? And for me, this case is a prime example of what I would say systematic racism or certain biases in positions of power and stuff like that, right? Because simply, when I go through the story and I explain as it happened, yeah, to me, it just seems...
Oh, well, allow me to retort.
Back in 2019, right? Police officer Robyn Williams, her sister posted in a WhatsApp group that she's in, should I say, of a child or a group of children being abused. It was a horrible video. There's no video to go with it, but it's just a nasty piece of work, yeah? And it's about a minute long, according to the story that it is. And what it is that the video was initially sent by the sister's partner, right? Now, in this case now, what you'll find is that when the sister posted the video in the WhatsApp group, the mistake that the sister made, in my opinion, is like I said with the nepotism thing, she was relying on the police officer to do something about it, right? And the time between her posting it and the time that the sister was even aware of it was a massive gap. I think it was throughout the whole day. And in that time, other members of the WhatsApp group did report it to the police. So then when the police found out that Robyn was in the group, they now question her as into why she didn't report it or why the sister and the brother didn't come straight to us and report it. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's the only mistake that the brother and the sister made, and that was relying on their relying on their sister, the police officer, to handle the case when she's got time, compared to the other people in the group that just decided to go and report it straight away, because that's how it came to light, yeah? And for me, because of that, procrastination or whatever you want to call it, because of that, the brother and the sister got thrown into jail, and Robyn got 200 hours of community service, lost her job, and then got put onto a sex offenders list. Seriously? Now, I don't know about you, yeah, but again, the two roads. Why did the courts go down the road of accusing them of being perverts rather than being, like what I could say, a bit laxy-daisy? Yeah? I'm not going to say it's because they were black, but I'm not going to let that slip my mind. Right? Because again, when you look into the case, and you can find all the evidence online, just Google Robyn Williams police officer and it'll come straight up. You read through the articles. one of the things that bothered me is how they used the unforeseen circumstances, as they called it, or the unusual circumstances, should I say, and they specifically had to manufacture, or let's say manipulate, a pedophile law to convict Robyn, because her argument was, look, I didn't know the video was there, or I didn't open the WhatsApp message because it was on her phone, but she never opened it. And I can imagine, and I'm sure most of us have all done this, if you're a part of a WhatsApp group and your phone pings off every couple of days or every day or whatever it is, and most of the time in a WhatsApp message, it's always going to be something stupid about, oh, look at this cat, or, you know, oh, have you heard this song? Or it's always going to be something trivial or minor. And most of the time, even myself, and I'm sure many of you can admit, being a member of a WhatsApp group, you don't even open the message half the time. You'll just see it and go, nah, I'll open it later, yeah, and forget about it. And that was Robyn's. What can I say? I'm not going to say excuse. That was her statement, or that was her reasoning. So she argued that, well, I never opened the message, so I didn't know what it was about. So, and like I said, the time scale is the inconvenient bit here, because like I said, the other people in the group did open the message and went straight to the police. So the police, right? And the thing for me is this: why didn't they accept her explanation? Why was her explanation not looked at that way? And I would argue all day, if that was a white guy or a white person in that same situation, they'd have gone, okay then, Mark, give him a tap in the wrist, or we'll sort it out, and so forth and so on, and let it go. But no, they had to go down the road of, well, you know what, right? We think that you and your brother and you and your sister and your boyfriend, you three are perverts, and you three are pedophiles because you didn't want to report it because you enjoyed watching it. That's where they took it. Yeah? And I think that's disgusting to me personally. And like I said, if you want to try and argue with me about systemic racism and all that shit there, that's what it is. Yeah? Because you know that there are, like I said, I'm gonna go over this over and over again. 2 roads they could have gone down. And that's the road that the courts chose. Now, you can agree with me or disagree with me, yeah? Leave your comments down in the comment section below. But for me, let me check anything, I missed out anything, yeah? For me, this is a prime example of how the biases within the system itself are an example of systemic racism. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have to convict her or charge her or anything. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say? In the sense that, who's to say that she wasn't going to look into it when she eventually, or at some point, or when she'd become aware of it? Who's to say that she weren't going to do something about it? It's only because someone else beat her to the punch or beat her to the post. Therefore, that wants her to be a pervert, her brother and her sister and her brother, them all to be perverts too. In which other members of the group, they watched it and none of them got convicted of anything. Now, I don't know what their group's like, but I can guarantee, but I'll let you join them dots together, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I wanted to talk about in this video today, you know what I'm saying? An example of systemic racism at its finest. At its finest, you know what I mean? Because, again, I just checked my notes just in case I missed anything else. No, that was it. Because, again, let me know what you think in the comments below, yeah? Systemic racism, or just as I says, a case of bad luck. I'm out. Peace. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes.